in, as usual, Casandra C. And today we have Honey Pop.
Hi, y'all.
How did you get that name?
Honestly, so I've dabbled in poetry. One of my poems, I refer to my coochie as a honey pot, and I thought that was so sweet and sticky, and it described my coochie. So it's honey pot.
I feel like, I don't know if it sounds lesbianish, but when I say it fits you.
Thank you.
I just see it. I'm okay, she kind of looks like honey. Okay, we got it. It's
Okay,
nice.
it works for me.
Okay, so 2022 just started, right? But we're still at the bullshit.
It already happened. It already started.
I'm not starting until March, but. So, what would you give one word to sum up dating in 2022? Just one word.
Whores. Everyone's a whore. I love whores. I fucking love whores.
I do too. But I'm a whore that falls in love. You're not supposed to do that. But I manage very well because my whores fall in love with me too.
Yeah, that's the trick. You gotta be able to make them fall in love with you when you fall in love with them.
So we're just a whole bunch of whores.
Yeah.
We be getting caught up laughing together and shit. I mean, no, don't get it twisted. At first I'm fucking going psycho on it. And then we talk about it later. Be like, remember when you fucked that bitch? And he'd be like, bitch, remember when I put up to your house and that nigga was there? And be like, oh shit. So we're even, clean slate.
Oh my god.
I would say my word would be mess. Messy. I don't think anyone is actually 100% single.
No. Everybody got somebody. And even the people with somebody got multiple people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You enter off-ripping competition, and I don't really like to do that.
I can't compete. I'm really jealous when it comes to shit like that. So it's a really big turn off if I feel like I'm competing with somebody, because who the fuck can compete with me, you know?
No one. That's what I'm saying. I'm gonna win.
Yeah, I'm just saying.
But then sometimes you win, and then you realize you didn't even want that.
It wasn't a win. Yeah, it was it was an L.
Yeah.
It just looked pretty at the time.
Yeah, I'm not. Are you a cheater?
No, I've definitely probably
Ever.
No, I've definitely messed around with some boundaries, but I've definitely never
So you think cheating is only sexual then?
No. That's why I said I cross boundaries, because cheating is kind of, everyone decides what cheating means to them. If you're entertaining someone, I would consider that cheating.
I would say cheating is a universal you're with me, you talk to a bitch, you're a cheater.
I agree but disagree, because I've had conversations with women who are kind of well, I know I can talk to people, but as long as you don't fuck with them, they don't take it as as serious.
So you've never cheated, never had sex with another man while you were with a man?
No, definitely probably made out with a couple people while I was in a relationship.
But you thought about it?
I've definitely thought about it,
Now, if you were to cheat, right, do you think, would you suck dick too, or do you think that's OD?
I think when, from a man's perspective, really, if you're sucking dick, I feel like a man's gonna take that more personally. And I think no, maybe, I don't know. But I also think that, I don't think I would just suck your dick, because, I probably don't even like you like that. In order for me to suck your dick, I really love you, I need to love you, I need to be you get what I'm saying? You need to feel that shit.
But there are bitches that just love sucking dick and just suck dick.
I've definitely known some bitches who, will suck a dick before they fuck. And their thought process is kind of well, I didn't have sex with you.
Well, I know there's some people they suck dick every time they fuck because they just feel like that's a part of fucking.
Yes, that's definitely a part of fucking.
I disagree.
No?
I do not need to suck your dick to get some dick.
No, you don't have to.
I know I don't have to, but I'm not going to.
Yeah, yes, okay.
I will not suck your dick. If you think you're going to get with me, it's not happening. I've said this before. I think people don't listen. But I don't. But if cheating, okay, yeah, I cheated. I don't have sex with a man while I'm with someone, but I don't suck. That's crossing the line. I'm not going to suck dick while I'm cheating.
Yeah, I feel like it's
I mean, you shouldn't be giving up pussy while you're with your nigga, but I'm not about to suck my dick and go kiss my nigga.
Yeah, that's another thing. I think it's really I don't know. I think it's intimacy. I feel like sucking your dick is intimacy.
Well, I feel like sucking dick is straight whore shit. I think the complete opposite. I'm condoning it. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying I don't know. Everyone thinks of sucking dick is because I think a nigga
Because if you think about it, you know how some people say they don't kiss when they fuck? I don't believe in that shit. That's just not trash.
That's just corny.
Trash.
Yeah.
But if you think about it, I feel oral is you making out, in a sense. your mouth on something that enters
I'm
or goes
sloshing
into
on that.
something.
It's not intimate for me.
No.
It's like a very messy act.
It is a very messy act. It is.
But yeah, I'm not, you definitely have to be at a level for me to be doing all that.
I agree with you on that. I definitely feel like I'm not sucking dick unless I really like fuck with you. Like,
Yeah, unless you're
alive.
alive.
You, like that's when you're gonna suck it.
Yeah, I ain't cheating. Now, if you were with a nigga, right, and he took care of you, like paid the bills, gave you money to spend, get your hair done, like you had, you were put up in a home and all that, would you accept it?
I definitely think I'm a very jealous person, so it would really have to be under like my terms. Like we could do it all together.
What if he don't want it? What if he wants to fuck that bitch? Like
honestly, my whole thought process now is that like everyone's really like 80% out of the whole universe is cheaters. So
it's because we're obsessed with like instant gratification.
Yes,
we
like
have
we
like
just
no
want that
impulse,
right
like
now.
self-control, like,
and it's crazy because like when you talk to somebody who's in a relationship, they will like tell you like they can recognize that it's wrong and they'll still do it just for the immediate like. And they'll know like they could lose everything. They don't give a fuck. They want that immediate satisfaction. But I probably would just deal with it to be honest because the way society is nowadays, like you cheat
and you don't lose anything anymore.
Yeah.
Like so, as a nigga, I mean, why would I not cheat? My bitch is not.
She's gonna stay.
She's gonna be like yeah, but she stays every time. Like literally. That's pretty much how it is.
I think that's another thing. Like a lot of women don't even set those boundaries towards men. So like they'll keep allowing it, so men think it's okay, and they do it to the next one, and the next one, and the next one, until like somebody finally is like, nah, I ain't gonna fuck with you no more, and like fuck
we
you.
need to go on a pussy strike. Like let's
universally,
like all of us, because then they would have no choice but to get right.
They would have to. Yeah, I agree. I definitely think
everything men do is for pussy. I don't care what you say.
Everything. Men would do anything.
So if we take it away
for some coochie, I swear they would do anything for some coochie. So we take it away.
You wake up in your dick hard. First thing you think about is coochie.
For real though. I think women need to stop making their coochie so accessible.
That's what I'm saying. Everyone collectively go on a pussy strike.
I think it'll definitely make a lot of changes.
It won't happen though.
No, it's not.
Because we all like to fuck girls, guys, like.
It's just human nature. Like, it's human nature.
Have you had threesome?
Sort of. Sort of.
That's like a yes or no question.
That's like a yes, but I didn't like the dude, so I wasn't participating with him. Like he kept trying to touch me, and I was just like,
"You are such a party pooper."
I just didn't like him. I think if you're gonna have a threesome, you need to enjoy the experience and
So what made you still proceed with it?
Because I wanted to have a threesome.
But when you want to have a threesome, you want. That's the key word, girl. Want.
I'm a walking contradiction because I put myself in these positions and then I'll get there and I'm like, no.
Okay, okay. So you didn't like him, but why? Physical, or he was a dud? Like why? But you let me see him naked and all that. You don't even like him. You let me see you naked and all that. You don't even like him.
Everyone sees me naked now, so.
Facts.
Everyone sees me naked now. But honestly, I did it for the experience. I didn't really know him that well, but I don't think I was physically attracted to him. He was a light skinned, I wouldn't say a white man, but probably Italian or some shit.
You don't do pink dick?
I have done a pink dick, but it depends on how in love with the person I am with the pink dick. It depends.
I mean, so that means because you're willing to talk to something that has a dick.
Yes, I will.
Gross. So nasty.
Have you seen
white crime?
Have you seen two-tone dicks, dicks that are different colors?
Never.
I get a bunch of crazy looking dicks. I get a bunch of crazy looking dicks.
You got a dick? I want to see.
I probably don't, but I do have a lot of dick pics. I do have a whole. Anyone who sends me a dick pic, I save them, and then when somebody sends me a dick pic, I send them your dick pic. Okay?
Oh, so when a nigga sends you a dick pic, you send the nigga a dick pic of another nigga?
Yeah, that someone else sent me. I'm y'all over here sending me.
What is the response? They cuss you out?
Usually they're what the fuck you send that for me for? I'm you got the fucking point.
Why did you fucking send that to me for?
Stupid.
That's a good one.
No, for real.
I think I'm gonna start sending them pictures of fat naked bitches, just
I fuck with that
stuff and shit.
They're not gonna, not gonna feel that. They're gonna be all confused and shit.
So you just licked coochie basically.
I got my coochie.
So what did you do?
I did nothing. Essentially, I did nothing. In this, I did nothing. I probably sucked up some titties and like, you know, like. But like I was like a third party in this threesome. Like I was
addition
there.
to them fucking.
Yeah, essentially I was the addition to them fucking. I was the middleman to that.
Why didn't you lick coochie?
I'm a pillow princess, so I've never.
I am too, but I don't lick some coochie. Girl.
Have you?
Yes, a couple. Well, a few, because a couple is. Yes, I'm en route to licking another one.
Okay, fair enough. I think like I've definitely like had my fair share of experiences, but I've always been a pillow princess, and I think now I'll probably be like, what if I'm like bad at it? Like, you know how ashamed I would be? Like, like we should mentally be able to do it, but like if I was to try to,
and I think you'll like it, like you like kind of like me, like when the first time I did it, I was like thoroughly shocked. I'm like, this is super fun. Like, what the fuck's going on? This is what niggas be doing.
They be into it. They really be having the time of their lives.
So you've never licked a coochie, but you've gotten yours licked before.
Yes.
You are
multiple times.
You are a pillow princess, and you're selfish.
I am very selfish.
Okay, so as a fellow pillow princess, like explain what that is first.
So a pillow princess is a lesbian or bisexual woman or anyone on the spectrum of that sort who doesn't really engage in the lesbianism activities. So you're pretty much just receiving most of it.
So, miss, I call myself a lesbian but don't eat pussy. So it's fake. I thought pillow princess was when you fuck, you lay on your back and you're just pretty and getting fucked.
That is also, I feel like, in the
that's
heterosexual.
Yeah, because I'll eat your coochie.
Yeah,
I'm not fake. I came to play.
She came to play.
I just came to just play, joke around, and be cute and shit. Like, yeah, lick me, lick me, but I'll lick you back, bitch.
Lick you back, bitch. I'll think about it. I'll do it. It depends.
No, but you gotta do it with like a girl that you're looking at. Like, I want to get the fuck out of her pussy.
Yes. There's only really been like 2-3 women that I've ever encountered that I feel like I genuinely was like so attracted to them that I was like, yeah, I'd fuck the shit out of her.
I thought about eating pussy while getting fucked by a nigga.
Yes, that's a turn on. Like, yeah, a lot of girls are into girl on girl, so I will definitely like think about that while I'm being fucked. Yeah.
One time I had a threesome on me and the girl was just licking so much coochie. This nigga was like, hello, I'm here. My bad, nigga.
We forgot you were in the room. We accessory right now.
Okay, so what about fetishes? You have some?
So my fetishes, I'm probably like really into like cosplay and foreplay. So that really
when you say cosplay, do you mean like sexy outfits or you mean like them fucking bare fucking whole suits and shit?
So the bare shits are not my vibe. That is a whole other market. You know, that's a whole other market.
Furries, that's what they're called.
Furries, yes. I'm not into that. Or the skin shit, I'm not into that. They like wear, you've ever seen them like a Halloween, at like Spirit of Halloween, they sell those freaking huge, they look like giant socks that are black and you just go in them and they're like a black.
Oh yeah, I have seen that. That's
so that's a fetish. I don't know why, but people like that. My fetish would be like more like we're gonna dress up like.
I'm too shy for that. I mean, not shy, but I'm so goofy. Like, I just start giggling.
I think it depends on the person. When you get into your character and you feel your character, like you know, you do like nurse role play or like I'm very big into
get into character. Who's your favorite character? Pretend I'm like, okay, let's role play. Okay, so I would like to see you dressed as Sailor Moon.
Sailor Moon.
I love Sailor Moon. Yeah.
I feel like I haven't seen that in forever, so I don't know how it would be. But I imagine myself with a cute little skirt, and I'd be like, with my little, what the fuck is her wand thing?
It's like her wand sword.
Yeah, she has a catchphrase, and then I'd probably bend over with the skirt, and I'd be like, ooh, okay.
Spank yourself with your sword.
Yeah, you know? Okay. But Sailor Moon is somebody that I've like seen recently, so.
I used to watch that all the time.
Yeah, I used to watch that all the time.
Even as a little kid, I'm like, they're pretty.
So fucking cute.
Like, I really knew I liked coochie for a long time.
I'm really into like hentai porn, so I'm like really into anime porn. Anime porn.
Like the little Asian girls with like the big ass titties
and
tiny ass nipples.
Yes, but I like their.
So unrealistic.
I think it's really about their moans, because like, have you ever heard their moans? They sound like
I watch
so
more with the
cute.
sound off.
Do you?
Yeah.
How do you get into it like that? I feel like I
because I'm there for the image. Like I don't want to hear.
Visual?
Yeah, I don't want to hear all that. Like I'm doing that.
Okay.
Now I'm like, bitch.
I can't focus. Distracting me.
Yeah, I'm not really doing all that. All right, so what else?
What are some of your fetishes?
That's a good question. I don't even. What are some of my fetishes? I don't know. Everybody's so weird that what is a fetish now?
Everything's kind of a fetish.
Yeah.
Literally everything.
I don't really have any.
So do you like rough play? You like dominance? Like you more of a submissive or dominant type of person?
It's always different. I mean, I prefer to be submissive. I prefer that, you know. So, but I don't really like role playing and all that. I'm too goofy. I be all shy and shit. Like, I don't want to go out. I don't want to go out. I don't want to do it.
I definitely think it's like it's something like you have to like
just
shake
do it.
Yeah, you have to do it. And I think once you're in it, you feel really sexy. Like if you next time you're out with one of your boos or whatever, just be like, yo, like just meet me at the bar, act like you don't know me, and then just have him come pick you up. That shit's
I'm gonna bust out laughing.
Are you?
Yeah.
That's okay. You can
be
do
like, that was corny, babe.
Why didn't you try me, bitch? I'm gonna go over there. We're gonna try again. Like,
have you ever thought about like? Okay, I think it's weird that this turns people on, like watching your man flirt with someone else.
that is a really big fetish. So it's like a lot of men seem to be into that. It's called like cuckoo or something. Cuckoo. There you go.
Why do you know so much about fetishes?
I do my job.
Are you like in those secret groups on Facebook and stuff?
I'm on Reddit. I'm like in the subreddits and shit.
Send me everything.
Yeah, it's so nasty on Reddit. You could get free porn on Reddit, okay? Yes.
I mean, there's free porn on motherfucking
everywhere. But like, no, you could like these girls like literally just post their nudes, and you could go to their profile and just scroll through all the nudes that they've posted and shit, like, because it's their advertising. But I feel like you're just giving me the product at that point.
Right. So why wouldn't you just make an OnlyFans? That's just like the same.
So that's what they do. They use it for the advertising for the OnlyFans. So they'll have their like bio there, but they'll keep posting on all the subreddits, so they'll eventually subscribe.
So you have OnlyFans. Where do you what's it called? Advertise?
I usually advertise on all my social media platforms.
Do you show your coochie on yours?
On my OnlyFans?
Mm-hmm.
So at first, I kind of slowly worked my way into it. At first, I wasn't even fully naked. Then eventually I got naked, and then I would only show like this down, not with my face attached. But now my coochie is literally on my timeline, so if you subscribe,
you can see Honey Pot Coochie.
I'm just saying. It's pretty.
Do you feel like, have you ever felt like, what the fuck am I doing? Or as soon as you put it, you're like liberated, like, fuck it, my pussy's out there.
It depends. You get kind of both of those feelings. It depends on what it is. Like sometimes you'll be like, oh my god, I look so good in that. I'm gonna fucking send that shit out. And then sometimes I'm like, oh, I kind of look fat. I don't like my hair. I don't like I'm not my moan. Like you get self-conscious. At the end of the day, like
do you have fake lesbian acts on your OnlyFans too?
I did make a video of a girl like rubbing my tits and sucking on them and like kind of that, but I don't think I was like ready to go and branch into that.
So then like when the camera cuts off, then you do be like, oh okay, thanks bitch. Like
honestly I'm sure I made it so but when you're in like porn and like you're filming content in that, it's kind of normal to be like cut, like I didn't like that, let's reshoot it and shit like that, so it's kind of normal. But I definitely think I made her feel awkward in that situation because you can kind of see like I wasn't like into it as much. So I definitely think
because it was like an act, really more like like personal pleasure.
Yeah, like it wasn't like something like I was really wanted to do.
That's why I don't think I could sell coochie, because once you like turn it into like a job, do you feel good getting fucked? Right.
Honestly,
so it's like I like to fuck, like I thoroughly enjoy sex.
Yeah.
So like once I start like charging, not once, because I'm not, but if I was to start charging niggas, it's like then when you have regular sex, it's like
not the same. I think because you kind of relate it to the money. Right now, all I do is like masturbate. I do solo content, so I'm like so bored of masturbating.
Yeah.
So over it. I'm like, how many times do you guys want to see me play with my coochie?
Yeah, I would be tired of masturbating too. I would be like dead tired. I got this little white boy rape, And you know, he be paying for the picture and like makes me pay to watch him jerk off and shit and all this extra shit. So now we're getting to the stage where now he wants to create content together.
Oh,
so like,
I hate that. That's like my first line to hear. Let's make some content.
Like, why is that a line to? That's like a line nowadays. Can you like? I would never guess life would be like that.
Right, like let's make content.
So basically, you're asking to fuck me on camera before anything.
Yeah, like no, we're not gonna meet up. We're not gonna make sure I'm the same person. Like they just trying to slide in some coochie. Like, and they like it's crazy. It's crazy.
Have you made content with a man?
Have I what?
Have you made content with a man?
No.
Are you going to?
Yes.
So you're going to fuck on camera?
I am.
Would you do it in front of an audience, or would it just like you know?
I think I'd have to work my way up because like I'm pretty comfortable being naked, but like I've had to do photo shoots like pretty naked and like not feel that comfortable.
You just did one, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, where I was like, it depends on how many people are in the room. I think like when you're like scrutinized in that, it's like not as like enjoyable.
Yeah, I'm just not a faker, so I just.
That's another thing. I'm really against faking. Like if I like, you're gonna know I don't like it because I would dead ass just stop. Like I'll be quiet and you'll just be like, why the bitch? And then eventually I tell you, I gotta give you directions and shit. Like,
So you're like about to be a porn star.
yes, I will be.
You saw her here first, everyone. Honey Pots. Okay, so you say you're like naked most of the time, right?
Yeah.
So translate like that into like real time takeaways technology, right?
Mm-hmm.
So would you dance like be a stripper? That's being naked, you know.
So I've definitely done an amateur stripper night where it was just like lingerie. You didn't have to get fully naked, and I tried it. I don't think it's for me because like I'm like you heard about love languages. I'm like an intimate, like I'm a physical touch person.
Yes.
So even when I'm like in a club or I'm going out and people touch me, I'll like instantly, it's just in my nature to back up. So being in an environment where they're like prone to wanting to touch you, I don't think that would fit with me because like my mannerisms, I think I rub people the wrong way because I'm like really like
misunderstood type. Like you're like it comes off different than what you intended.
Yeah, I think like it would probably take some time to get into it. I definitely think there's money to get into like, you know, being a stripper and going that route. But I think a stripper is a lot more like you have more access to be physically harmed because people could follow you into your car. You could be dancing at somebody, get beat the fuck up, you know, like have you ever been in
So you think you prefer OnlyFans because it's safer?
Yes, in a physical standpoint.
So, well, based on what you said, so it would be safer physically, like as far as like getting beat or attacked, but also like for your sexual health.
Yes.
Okay, so it's also because OnlyFans, you're more like reserved. You're in your own space. Like there's your camera. Or
you
whatever.
can literally control the environment. You control the scene. You can.
So you like to be naked without anyone touching you?
Yes.
So you're a tease.
Essentially, yes. I am a tease. I want to be naked. I want to look good. I want to feel good. But it doesn't mean you get to touch me. I would stand by that tease.
So what do you? Okay, so can you call a girl that dances on her OnlyFans a stripper? Or do you have to be in the club to be a stripper?
I think if there's a stripper pole, you are a stripper. I definitely have a lot of stripteases on my OS, so I definitely think you're a stripper. At the end of the day, we're all like sex workers, and we're all under the branch of selling coochie and selling our bodies and that. We just
so the only difference is where you choose to do it.
Where you choose to do it and how you choose to do it. I would say that's the difference between everything.
Okay. So you can sell coochie on OnlyFans, you can sell coochie at the club, you can sell coochie outside. You can sell coochie anywhere. It's a wide branch.
Pretty much, right?
Sex work 2022.
It really is. I'm telling you.
Do you think that sex work is so like that bitches are about to start quitting jobs and shit and just be
bitches been quitting jobs?
No, I mean like no, regular bitches. Like you know what I mean?
Bitches?
Like
I think a lot of females think they could do it and a lot of men think they could do it, and then when they actually start to do it, they realize it's a lot more work than you would think.
Do you think you're gonna regret it in a couple years?
Honestly, I don't think so because I'm old enough where I know like I did my pros and cons and like I weighed everything out, and like even before deciding in my brain that I was gonna go into porn, like I weighed that shit out. I did pros and cons. I gave people like a heads up. Like as a woman, I feel like I'm comfortable. I made this decision, and even if like 10 years from now it all goes south, like It was the experience.
In that moment, it was.
Yeah, it's what I needed because we can't live for the future. We live for the future. We don't be making half the shit choices we be making. So
I'm like a different type of hoe. You feel me? Like my hoe is like. Y'all ain't see me naked or nothing like that, but I'm gonna talk to you. I'm gonna talk to you. I'm gonna talk to you. I'm gonna talk to you.
I like that.
Like playing with my pussy, sending you twerking videos and being naked and doing all that. I'm not that type of hoe. Like I'm a little shy hoe. You feel me? But if you're my nigga, yeah, like you walk around naked and shit like that. But like I'm not like sexy lingerie photos on the internet. I'm not like I'm just not. Not that I think there's anything wrong with it, but like. I'm just a different type of hoe.
I think everybody's different. So, like, I feel like you as a, like, me knowing you personally, I think you could, like, you be in a room with a man and you just finesse him. Like, you just be like, yo, I need my hair done, I need my nails done and shit like that.
That's me.
I think that's, like, and that's in a woman's right, et cetera, et cetera. Me, like, I couldn't ask nobody. Like, I wouldn't do it. I know it sounds crazy because you should be able to be like, I should be
able to. You do.
I do, yes. And
the niggas laugh at you when you don't ask for nothing.
I know, and
they expect you to ask for something. So then they be like, I didn't even have to give that bitch something. I think and men, correct me if I'm wrong, but men are, natural providers. They like to do for their bitches.
They definitely do. I think it's more of like if I'm in a relationship with somebody, I'm definitely asking you because now you my man. If you my man, like my car's broken down, you need to help with it.
You're my man as soon as I touch the dick. Like she
on the dick.
Whether like there's different levels to what type of you're my man. You feel what I mean? Like you're my man, but like you're not my man.
You're not my man.
You're not like moving into the crib or nothing like that. But
I got you. I do think if you are sleeping with someone, you should be able to rely on them. You should not be sleeping with somebody that you can't call in the middle of the night for an emergency or like you hungry.
Well, my, take your advice, ma'am.
I'm just bad at it.
If you're sleeping with someone, you should ask. Like 5 minutes ago. I don't know.
To be fair, I'm not sleeping with no one. But what I do,
you could still ask, girl. I got this nigga right. So I got this nigga, whatever. Mind you, likes the podcast. That's originally how he even and I've never fucked him. Chilled with him one time, and I get money gifts sent to my house, like jewelry, like all that. So you don't even need to fuck to be asking.
I
appreciate you so much because I know you're gonna watch this.
I don't think you necessarily even have to ask because men will provide just because.
It's just got to be that type of guy too.
Yeah, it has to be that kind of person too. But I definitely think you should definitely be able to ask people and,
Those are the rare gems when you could ask.
Yeah.
And it's not because you gave up pussy. Like, those are the rare.
Oh. And I think a lot of women just fail to realize that the coochie is really power. Like, pussy is power. Like.
But I'm just saying, ask, girl.
Ask, and I'm telling you.
And don't ask for chump cheek. Can I get some gas money? No, bitch. I want to go shopping today.
Yes, we got.
I have the day off. I'd like to go shopping or whatever the fuck. I don't care how you say it, whatever. You feel what I mean? And if you give off the vibe that you're not, you're not no bum ass bitch. So hopefully you're not fucking with no bum ass niggas. So you should be able to ask them niggas. And if the niggas can't give you a couple $100, bye.
Okay, I fuck with that. I definitely think
But if you ask for something specific and they sent you the exact same change too,
nah, we gotta drop them because you're going too much into this.
Like you're supposed to have me PC off that too.
Yeah, I don't know what they thought. No, can't send exacts. I think a lot of women don't use their coochie in the right way. Like the promise of giving somebody a coochie is enough to make them do the unthinkable. I didn't have to be naked my first month on OnlyFans. I chose to be. Like you get what I'm saying? Like I really chose to do that. Mm-hmm. I think a lot of the younger generation is so trash. They don't know what they're doing. They need some guidance. They just giving the coochie away for bottles and weed.
I can't stand this generation.
I'm telling you, y'all fucking.
Let me not say that. It's just when we were young, we were lost. But now it's they're past that.
They're gone.
They're gone. Trash. I'm sorry. Y'all trash.
Honestly, we need to give them some guidance because it's ridiculous.
But that's the thing. But that's the problem. You can't because they think these bitches think they know everything.
They know everything. They think they're that bitch.
They think they know everything. Bitch, you just probably found out what the parts of your pussy are called.
Yeah. They don't.
It's just really messy, and I feel like they just be talking like they big body this, big body that. Bitch, you don't do nothing. you're dusty, and that's it. That is so mean, but no, I just really had enough. They think they know everything. Like
they don't even listen when you try to speak some like life into them, try to give them some knowledge. They don't even hear it because they think they know everything, and that's what bothers me. Because like, you should listen to your next generation. Like somebody a couple years, even somebody younger than you probably got more knowledge than somebody older than you. Never know.
No, it's true. You gotta watch, because that's how we learned. We had older people that showed us and all that, but bitches don't want to learn, so I'm not helping them. Keep fucking these little niggas that sell their little weed and shit. Do whatever you gonna do, bitch.
Barely.
when you know better, you do better. So if you ever, need some education, hit us up, because you're gonna need it. You're gonna get lost in the sauce. Because honestly, on some real shit, if you're out here hoeing and all that, and you don't have a plan, or you don't know where you're going or nothing, you're gonna get lost in the sauce.
Yo, that's my number one thing.
You have to have a plan if you're out here like just doing all this extra shit and hoeing. You got all these niggas like, okay, what's the purpose of it? What you gonna do? Where are they taking you? What do you want from them? Like, if you're doing it just for fun, like, I mean, yeah, go ahead, do it for fun, but.
Yeah.
Couple, like, not even a whole year, you're gonna be like,
yeah, that fun
wasted time, wasted pussy, didn't do anything, didn't get nothing, like, still looking for fucking $40 to buy some fucking weed, like. So my advice, if you're gonna be a hoe, have a plan. Long story short.
100%. I don't give a fuck what kind of hoe you try to be. Just make sure you have a plan.
Yeah.
What you're doing.
Go in there and know what you're doing, and you'll be alright. Advice from one hoe to another.
Amen to that. But that was really like.
Just passing it on to the next generations.
You ain't hear nothing from
us. Even though dating is trash, like, I still love the men. I still love them. I have hope for them. And I've learned a lot from them.
I be trying to keep my hope alive. I really do. Being my line of work, I do try to have like positive thoughts. I do think you do learn.
What's something a man has taught you? Like, okay, what's the best thing you've learned from a man? How about that?
So I would really say most of my lessons that I learned from men were really just like, I learned how to be more secure in myself. Like, just because someone's doing things doesn't necessarily mean it's you.
Well, like, okay, so for example, for me, like, something like, okay, so I can cook my ass off, but a nigga taught me how to cook. Like,
oh, okay.
You feel what I mean?
So
like that. So
you mean like an attainable
yeah,
thing?
like,
okay,
so
okay.
like, I was always, a cute little bitch, just cute. So I was in a long-term relationship, and he finally was like, literally, verbatim, bitch, I'm tired of this, follow me to the kitchen. So I get up, I go to the kitchen, and the nigga taught me how to make chicken parm, and then every day for a couple days after that, he kept teaching me how to make that, how to make this, how to make that, and that's how, I had little lessons from my mom, and, friends and shit, but like, core meals and stuff, I learned how to cook from a man.
I definitely think, like, I probably didn't learn that much from my relationships. I probably learned, like, I like smart men, so they probably taught me, like, history and, like, shit like that, like, some actual things like that are, like, attainable that I can keep in my brain. But I would say I probably learned more from my brothers just watching them. They've definitely taught me, like, basic shit, like, like, I know how to change a tire, like, like, shit like that. Like, I know things because I was taught like that.
So basically, basically they've been useless.
No. Like, I can still call them and be like, yo, this is what's going on. They're going to pull up, but they taught me, like, I could, like, how to do certain shit myself, too, so I wouldn't have to rely on them again.
Right.
But it's nice. Like, if I needed something, I could call them. I do call them because I do it myself.
Right, you should be able
they're gonna shovel, they're going to change my tire, they're going to do what I need them to do.
That used to be me. I used to not take out my trash. Like, I need to take out the trash, pull up to wherever he's at, fill up my gas tank, shit like that.
Yeah,
I have learned a lot of things from men. Like, I've learned how to be, like, wifey type from niggas. Like, and a nigga, like, to me, when I leave a nigga, I feel like he always made me better, to be a better bitch for whoever.
I agree on that standpoint.
So, because my first real relationship, I was young, and he was older, so he definitely helped,
he probably instilled a little more.
Like, taught me how to cook, you bring your nigga his plate, shit like that,
I definitely think, like, I've learned from one of my relationships, like, emotional balance. I think I was very emotionally reactive in a lot of the shit. So I definitely, like, had to, like, bear down on my emotions. just to be able to process them, because like before I process them, I'd always like overreact, and then I'd come down, and then start from there. And instead of like going I come off more cold now in relationships, because I'm just like so much more like methodical about shit. Like I'm like, now you're doing this to get this and this and this and this, so I don't have a reaction anymore, which probably isn't good on the man's standpoint, but it's good for me.
I'm more of, I'm a woman, I'm emotional by nature, and yes, there are times where you control how crazy you get, but as a man, you understand I'm an emotional creature, and we work with that.
Yeah, I definitely think there is that point of view. Like, men definitely need to understand that women are emotional based, and if you do certain shit, like, expect this reaction, because, like,
I'm a bitch.
Yeah, it's like nature.
Like, point blank period, like, that's it. You're gonna expect
nature.
the bitch to freak out because she's a bitch. Like, why are you acting so surprised that a bitch is spazzing?
Exactly.
It's in my nature to spaz, nigga. Like, and 9 times out of 10, I gave you a fucking blueprint on how to not make me spaz, and you still did it. So now I'm spazzing, and when I spaz, now I'm like, oh, you crazy bitches, why don't come over here?
But I told you I was crazy before we got to this fucking point.
I told you what to do and what not to do to not make me crazy.
But you just did it.
But you did whatever the fuck you wanted to do, so now I'm crazy. But you can't leave this crazy bitch alone.
Obviously, we're not
love this crazy bitch.
It's you.
You created the best. But you know what?
Crazy coochie do be the best. Crazy coochie do be the best.
I think crybaby coochie is the best. Crybaby, I'm a fucking crybaby nigga.
Yeah.
Like, you say a line to me, you in your head you think it's a joke. I'm calling your phone like, why would you say that? Here you go again. Like, crybaby, that's the best pussy.
Yeah.
It's like tears all the way through your body, out your pussy. Like,
it's just
crying from the pussy. Now, a crazy crybaby bitch, present. So yeah, I would agree. Cause do you want me to act like I don't care? I don't care. No, I'm not.
I think a lot of like men are always talking about how women are reactive and how they can't control their emotions. But as soon as you give them that, like not reactive, they're like, this bitch don't give a fuck. She care about me. Let me push all the buttons.
No, then you get this line. Oh, so that's why you talk to your other niggas? That line. Like, nigga, what? Actually, it is. I was giving you a little extra because I liked you, but now fuck you too. That's how it is, you know.
It really is, though.
But yeah, thank you so much for coming.
It's a good time.
It really was.
A lot of fun here.
Tell everyone where they can find you on social media.
You can find me on Instagram at myhoneypot_. You can find me on Facebook at honeypots. You can find me on OnlyFans at myhoneypot.
Let's say OnlyFans girl, hello.
You already know, subscribe.
Tonight's episode was sponsored by Designer Drugs, LSD Culture, and we also have Alienation here. So if you guys see anything you like, you can hit me up for any of the merchandise here. We're also sponsored by Sarai Naturals, IcyNailz, Yves, and that's it. Thank you guys. Again, I'm Casandra Lee at Casandra C_ and Casandra Lee on Facebook. And thank you for coming.
Bye.